Here's my jug. It's time to open my presents. Alright, that was hard to do one-handed. But in here I have, oh, look at them. Alright, you gotta see this. So I have some Gumfrina, which is in the middle, and snapdragons. Two types of snapdragons. There's the flames snapdragon here, and rose. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to water these. They're a little dry. But I opened it because I need to take out these Gumfrinas and plant them today. They are pretty big. Alright, let's go make space for them in the garden. So, I meant to put all of this in the garden, but most of my garden beds are not ready. So, while I will be transplanting, let me see, these Gumfrinas, the bigger ones, these are the Gumfrinas Snow White. I'll be transplanting these into some containers, but the rest of them, I plan to up pot them. So these snapdragons, they are so tightly packed in here. So I'm going to take them out and put them in here. This is an old foil tray that I've had for like, I don't know, 3 years. And I'm going to upcycle it and use it as a seedling tray. Okay, so I'm going to use a spoon to scoop some of this out. This one here is the Flames Snapdragon. And let's see, so this half is Flames and this other half is Mango Twist. So I got quite a few plants in here. I'm just gonna go scoopity scoop. Look at that. That's a whole chunk of plants. So if you're winter sowing and you have maybe some alyssum, you can grow them tightly packed like this and then tear chunks out and plant them in your garden. That will work. But these ones I want to separate because I want individual plants. So I'm just gonna make a mess. Let's move you over here. All right, so I'm going to try to tease these apart without doing too much damage. Let's see. These are actually two plants, but I think I'll leave these together. And here's one. And some of these got a little bit leggy because when I planted them, I put them in a spot that didn't have a lot of light. And so they grew extra lanky. This should be fine. I'm going to pinch them back after they've had some time to settle in. And that should help them grow a little bit closer to the ground, not be so tall and lanky. So it's actually separating quite easily. This I bought from Baker Creek, I believe. The Flames. And I fell in love with snapdragons last year because I grew the Black Prince snapdragon. It was beautiful. So this year I branched out into other snapdragons and I'm going to see how these ones do. So there, I've separated the chunk and I'm actually just going to flip this around and plant them on this side. And this soil is just some soil I had in my garden. It isn't fresh potting soil, but it's okay. It's alright. Let's see, this is a 2-in-1 combo. Let me see, maybe I should separate them. Let's see. What do you think, babies? You want to be separated? There you go, they do. So, alright, so how are your plants doing? I usually do not pot my plants. I usually plant them directly in the garden, but this year I'm doing a lot of construction in my garden, and so most of the garden beds are not ready yet, and so I'm having to do extra. Next year I expect that I won't have to do this. That's the whole point of winter sowing to me. I don't want to have to pot and up pot and harden off and all the fancy things that come with indoor seed starting. I just want to throw my seeds in a container and peek in on them every once in a while, water them sometimes, and grow a garden. That's what I want to do. I should mention I have holes at the bottom of this container. As always, if you're going to use anything to plant, remember to put drainage holes at the bottom so that you do not drown your little seedlings. They will not appreciate it. So that's done. These are all the flames, snapdragons, and I have a few more to go. Now this is a great way to start plants, especially if you want to grow things like, say, onions. You can plant your onions in a milk jug like this and plant them pretty tightly, and then when they grow out you separate them. Rather than starting them individually in individual pots, you can do a mass planting and then separate them. Onions separate really easily, so if you've never tried winter sowing and you want to start with something, onions, green onions, or regular bulbing onions would be great to start en masse like this. All right, so there they are. They look a little sad, but I will be watering them in. And I left the comfrena in here. So these are the ones I'll be transplanting in the garden. And these ones I'll probably leave in this pot to grow a little bit bigger until I find a spot for them. So if you would like to learn how I grew all of this through winter sowing, click on this video. Or for a look at my flower garden last year, click on this video. Like the video if you liked the video. Subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, may you always find joy in your garden and your life. Bye, garden friend.